Hi guys, Bro here. Yes, I know it's been literally forever since I've made a video, and I'm sorry. So what I'm going to be telling you today is literally what I've been doing for the last couple of months. What I've been doing is literally, I've just been diving into the world of anime. And I don't mean like, your mainstream anime, like your Yu-Gi-Oh and your Pokemon and your Digimon, which are all amazing in their own right. But these are all commercial animes, for marketing that advertise to kids and stuff. I'm talking about your mature stuff, your more adult, your PG-13 kind of anime. I mean, everyone knows I'm a big Japan fan anyway when it comes to Power Rangers and Super Sentai, and I'm cool with reading subtitles and shit. So I've now signed up to Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll is an anime service like Netflix. It's anime for Netflix, and they have such a massive library on there of anime, and they have simulcast anime. Like if something airs in Japan, it will air on Crunchyroll at the same time, and it'll be like a weekly thing. So, which again is amazing, all subtitled for in English, which is great. And I'm just going to tell you about the animes that I've been watching over the past 4 months, and I hope that what I say will then influence you to go watch these animes, and it will just be fucking amazing. Okay. First off, it has to be the one anime that got me started was Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online is just freaking amazing. The animation is beautiful. The character development's great. The story is amazing. So you've got 2 series so far. Series 1, the whole point of this series, the storyline is that it's virtual reality. It's a virtual reality game, and people are trapped in this virtual reality game. And it focuses on this one character trying to get through the game. If you die in the game, you die in real life. So the way I describe it to people, it's a lot like The Walking Dead. So with The Walking Dead, it's not about zombies. It's about the people and what choices they make in order to survive. What changes them, how they do it, what is their conscience telling them what to do and stuff. And it's a lot the same with Sword Art Online, because from this perspective of this one person, you're seeing other people turn bad, killing other players, seeing them steal stuff, seeing what's going on in their world. Is this person going to turn? Is he going to help people? Is he going to kill people? You don't know. And like I say, it's a lot like The Walking Dead. It's all psychological, because it's all about survival. And like I said, there's relationships, there's character development, there's amazing backstories. One thing, Sword Art Online has got a lot of praise. It was the best anime of 2012, which I can understand why. Series 2 was just as good as Series 1, and they've just announced a movie, which is amazing. I've got Mark hooked onto it, and I've got Ollie hooked onto it, and I've got Chris Lowe hooked onto it, and I think it's just amazing. The only problem with this is when I look more into mature animes, is that this is classed as a harem anime, and when I say that, it's where you have the one main character who's a dude, and he's constantly surrounded by hot chicks who want to be with him. And even though that is true in this case, they don't portray it as in oh my god, blah blah blah. There isn't a lot of fan service, and this fan service is quite turned down. I've seen a lot worse fan service in other animes that I've watched. Trust me. But Series 1, the whole series is all psychological. If you really look into it, the series is broken down into 2 pieces. The first series is set in Sword Art Online, which is about survival. And the second part is about love. Then Series 2, the first half is all about facing your demons, and the second half is all about living life to its fullest. That's the way I'm looking at it anyway. But I don't want to give too much away, because I want you guys to go and watch it. because it is an absolutely amazing anime. With Sword Art Online, it comes out too slowly. I don't know what the development is with everything, because Sword Art Online, the first series came out in 2012, and then they had an original video animation that came out in 2013, which was an hour long. Then they had Series 2 that came out in 2014, and then they very recently just announced a movie. Whether the movie comes out next year, we don't know. Series 3 has to happen. I think the only reason the movie has been announced is because Series 3 is still being written. Because a lot of animes are based off mangas and light novels and stuff. And, you know, when I've done my research, the books leading into what Series 3 would be is still being written. So I think that's why they're booting out a movie. So hopefully it'll be great. The next anime I'm going to talk about is Gate, and so the Japanese self-defense force fought back. That is generally the title of this anime. It's currently airing in Japan. Well, actually, it's currently in hiatus in Japan. It's on the mid-season break. Yes, they have mid-season breaks in Japan as well. Gate, it's all about... I love the concept of this, really. It's... what the author was trying to say is, like, look, the story is always about Earth getting invaded and being technologically weaker than the invaders. What would happen if Earth got invaded by people that were technologically weaker than us? We pushed them back and then we invaded them back. And that's a very interesting concept. Apparently there's a gate in Japan. Everything's set in Japan. There's a gate in Japan that leads to a magical world, and this magical world has wizards and knights and dragons and stuff, and it's like a real medieval land, you know, with elves and shit. And so the army go into this world and try and not take it over, but be diplomatic and everything, while studying the land, and, you know, rescuing civilians from tyranny and dictatorship and all that. And it's really, really, really good. It's really quite addictive to watch. And it focuses on this guy called Itami, he's not like a general or anything, but he kind of like leads the way. And he come across as these three girls. One's a wizard, one's an elf, one's a demigod. And these three characters are just amazing in their own way. The most robust character has to be Rory Mercury. And this one character just got fan service. This one character's fan service all over. Her like focus is fan service. She is a demigod. She's 960 years old in the body of a like 14-year-old, I think. And whenever there's killing or murder going on around her, she gets like turned on quite a bit. And the only way to satisfy that is to sleep with her or for her to go on the killing spree. And that's like, whoa, what is that about? Seriously? But it all brings it all into like focus, like throughout the story. And it's really interesting to see, like, you know, how does someone from our world go into that world and try and be diplomatic, and when they come to our world, like, they got all this type of technology, and it's like, you know, mind-blowing stuff, and it's like all the reactions and stuff that you try and see. And like Japan go over there and like they make a base, and they have trade relations, and, you know, like you would if you was like going to another country and everything, you know. And it's like with magic, and it's like, whoa, okay. I love just the whole concept of it. So I can't wait for that to come back in January. I recommend you go and watch Gate. It's great. Gate is great. There we go. The third anime I've been watching is got to be Asterisk War. It's just started in Japan. It's 5 episodes in. So it's 5 episodes on Crunchyroll. It's from the same makers as Sword Art Online. Like, so the animation again is beautiful and everything. It's based on these 5 academy schools in this city, and the main thing is dueling, with swords and stuff and guns. Like, you know, they're called luxes, but it's like, how do I put it? I mean, lasers. I mean, laser swords and laser guns and laser. That's really the best way I can describe this. And you know, it's another kind of a harem anime. You got the one guy surrounded by all these beautiful girls, and they want to be like their part. They want to be like his partner in like the upcoming tournament and stuff. So there's his main focus on, there's a tournament that's going to happen amongst the academies, and what you're really coming down to is that all these academies playing dirty, and they want to infiltrate the other academies and try and get like the scope on like the competition and stuff, and they're playing dirty, and they want to kill all these people, and like, really, come on, this is school children here. You want to kill school children for the sake of a tournament? Okay, but you know, the action scenes are just like amazing. Again, one thing I love about all these Japanimation things is that they really go in depth with like backstories and stuff, and it is truly amazing. Like, you got the main character of Ayato, who has befriended the loner of the school, who is kick-ass at what she does, like at dueling and stuff. And what I love is that he's just coming to this school, and you know, he wants to help the loner. Everyone's scared of the loner because she's, you know, good, like an amazing duelist. So he's really trying to like crack her skull and like get in there, and he does, which is great. And now they're tag partners, and that's where we've really gotten up to. But I'm really looking forward to where that's going, because that does generally look amazing. Like I said, the animation again is beautiful, so I totally would check out Asterisk War. Yeah. The final anime I'm going to tell you about is something that I had no intention at the start to watch. The only reason I started watching this anime is because Ollie, the total non-stop attitude to you guys out there, bought the first volume on DVD, and so I thought, alright, I'll start watching it as well, just so I can watch it with him. So I started watching it. Where is it? There you go. I've got volume 1 as well. I've got volume 1 here, Fairy Tail. And as soon as I started watching it, it was a bit slow to start off with. But 199 episodes there. This is a space of 5 weeks. I've binge watched 199 episodes in a space of 5 weeks. And I love it. This is like absolutely amazing. I mean, like, even though these 4 guys here, these are the main characters in the series. You mainly follow these guys, but there are so many other characters in this series, because it's about, well, it's magic. It's all about magic. It's all about following the Guild of Fairy Tail in the land of Fiore, and all the missions that they get up to. These guys are like the #1 guild in like the world, and so everyone obviously wants to take them down because they want to be the #1 guild, and they get up to like have to save the world like time after time after time again, because no one else wants to save the world. No one else can do what they can do. But it's amazing, because the one thing about this show that I love, it's about family, it's about friends, it's about love, because they never give up on each other. They always save each other when everyone's in trouble. The first story arc in this, what this volume focuses on, is the Galuna Island arc, and that more focuses on Gray and Gray's backstory. No, Gray's magic is ice maker magic, and what that story tells is that the main villain is actually Gray's brother, really, and he wants to release an ancient demon called Deliara. Release an ancient demon called Deliara. I mean, I swear it's called Deliara. It's really annoying me now. So he can defeat it. So you want to release an ancient demon that no one can defeat, so you could just defeat it. Just be like, oh yeah, I defeated it. Oh no. So obviously now they've gone to this island to try and stop him. And there's a lot of backstory here for Grey, and a lot of relationships for Grey and the bad guy called Leon. But it's just amazing. That's just that story arc in this volume. But you know, I'm 199 episodes, which is on the American broadcast up to date. In Japan, it's up to 255. The main two characters in this are definitely Natsu and Lucy. Now, it mainly follows Natsu, so you would think he's the main protagonist, but it's not. It's actually Lucy. With Natsu's story, he just wants to find his father, who's a dragon, who disappeared. Him and all the dragons in the world disappeared on 77777. And so it's like he just wants to find his dad. But on the way, obviously, he finds Lucy at the start. The first episode is about Lucy wanting to join Fairy Tail, and bumps into Natsu. So he's like, "Oh yeah, come Fairy Tail." And like Lucy just started off being a wizard. She has like she just started going magic. She's got no idea what to do with it. She has no idea how things work. So it's like, it's more Lucy. Lucy is actually the main protagonist in this entire series. Even though you think it's Natsu, it's not. It's Lucy. And a lot of people don't catch on to that, because Lucy is weak at the start, whereas Natsu's strong throughout the entire thing. He's strong at the start, and he just grows stronger and stronger throughout the thing. Whereas Lucy at the start is like, I got no idea, but becomes stronger throughout the series. And everything you see throughout the series, actually everything revolves around Lucy. All the story arcs revolve around Lucy. Lucy is always somehow intertwined with the stories, whereas Natsu is there, and he's the one that saves the day all the time. So even though so you're like, okay, well, he's saving the day all the time. Lucy's just getting into mischief and trouble. So why is she the main protagonist? Like, well, that's the thing. The story revolves around her, not him. He's just there to save the day. But like I said, there are so many characters and so many every character has a backstory. No matter how of a minor part this character has, you'll always know that character's backstory, and that character will always have a story going forward. And that's what I love about this Fairy Tail. It's just that it doesn't leave anything out. If there's a loose end left over in a story, that loose end will be addressed 50 episodes later, and it will turn into another whole story. And that's what I love about Fairy Tail. It doesn't leave loose ends. And to me, that is actually amazing, because a lot of time there'll be loose ends left in programs, whether it's a serial drama, a superhero drama, a cartoon, a movie, and they'll never be addressed. And you're like, oh, hang on, but what about this and what about that? And you'll question it. But with Fairy Tail, I don't question anything, because it all just works out, and that's what makes an amazing anime. So definitely, this is the top anime I think I've ever watched. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! For me has always been like the number one. And then Sword Art Online came along, and I booed that down. and then Fairy Tail came along, and it's up there. Fairy Tail is up there for me. I mean, I haven't got emotionally attached to Fairy Tail like I did with Sword Art Online, because with Sword Art Online there were a lot more mature things happening, sex and rape and kidnapping and stuff. Whereas there's not any sexual references in Fairy Tail. There's a lot of fan service in Fairy Tail, but there's not any sexual things happening in Fairy Tail. So I can't wait to get the rest of these on Blu-ray, because I need the rest of these on Blu-ray. And yeah, please, anyone check out Fairy Tail. It is slow to start off with, because obviously you've got new characters. You need to introduce these characters, and you need to understand what these characters are about. And that's where Ollie is going wrong, Ollie, because you watched 4 episodes and you hate it. Why do you hate it, Ollie? I don't understand this. Watch the first story arc with Galuna Island, and I'm sure you will love it, because I fucking do. I fucking love this. If you have Netflix, watch it on Netflix. The first 46 episodes are on Netflix. This is collection 1, which holds the first 24 episodes. I've watched all 199 online, but now I'm getting them on Blu-ray. I have to now wait till November 21st for the next 12 episodes to be released on Funimation.com. I could watch up to date in Japan on Crunchyroll, but if it's in a different language, the story could be different. The characters could be portrayed different ways. So if you're going to start something in English, start it and finish it off in English. Do not jump to Japanese. If you start something in Japanese, do not carry on in English, because you'll lose focus with the characters and stuff again. So In the past 4 months, I've watched 199 episodes of Fairy Tail. I've watched 12 episodes of Gate, 5 episodes of Asterix War. I've watched 50 episodes of Sword Art Online in English, 50 episodes of Sword Art Online in Japanese, 50 episodes of Sword Art Online in English again with Martin 89 because we're badass. And that's what I've been doing for the past 3 months, just plowing down this anime stuff because it's fucking amazing. Please watch Sword Art Online. Please watch Fairy Tail. They're in English. You can watch them in English. They're easy enough to find online. If you're on Crunchyroll, or I suggest you go on Crunchyroll just to like explore it. When you start to Crunchyroll for the first time, you have a 14-day free trial. Watch Gate. Watch Asterix War. It's absolutely amazing. The last bit of anime I really want to talk about is Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of the Dimension, which is the new movie coming out next year, which is based on the original series. I think it's based like a couple years after Series 5 ended. And the trailer came out a few months ago. And I was like, oh my fucking god, this is like absolutely amazing. Because next year marks the 20th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! It came out in 96 in Japan, same year as Pokemon, believe it or not. But purposely Pokemon went, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just went, till 2000 it went. I cannot wait for that movie to come out. I heard it's supposed to be darker than the original TV series. I hope so. The animation from the trailer looks amazing. I hope they get the original voice actors back because again that would be absolutely amazing. But of course, as always, it's Yugi versus Kaiba again. As much as that's been done to death, I hope it actually fucking and the rumor is that this movie is going to spurn off a new television series with the original cast, set after Series 5, obviously. And I cannot wait for that. If that is true, then that is going to be absolutely amazing, because obviously after Yu-Gi-Oh! Series Season 5, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise just went slowly downhill. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was good, 5Ds was okay, Zexal was fucking terrible, Arc V, I got no fucking clue. I've just started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds again. I got out of Yu-Gi-Oh! During Season 1 of 5Ds, but I've just started literally watching it again on Crunchyroll because they have the dub on there. They have the dub and the sub. I'm watching the dub, obviously. So I've nearly finished Season 1 of 5Ds, going to go on Series 2. So yeah, now I'm watching that again. So yeah, so again, sorry for like being away for so long. I just fill you in what I've been doing. I have been reading comics, but at a very, very slow pace. Secret Wars is now just going like that to me. It's like I want it over with now. I just want it over with. Can we please finish Secret Wars? But now all new Marvels like started again, so I'm like, okay, let's do this. Yeah. I haven't even watched No Dino Child yet at all. I'm just like trying to watch Ninja with my pals. But there'll be a Power Ranger video at some point going forward, I'm sure. So keep reading those pages. Please watch some anime, especially the animes that I've recommended to you. And yeah, I'm out. I'm Rebelizing. I'm supersizing. Catch you guys later, I suppose.